Hi guys, I'm Mostly Villain and welcome back to our bid to find the best team in baseball history. Today we have the 2002 Anaheim Angels representing the LA Angels and all their different guises, and the 1935 Detroit Tigers obviously representing that franchise. Now we've already had one game in this series, the knockout rounds, of course. That was last episode. That was 1935 Senators or Twins versus 2015 Royals, wasn't it? So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. That was the first of the knockout games. And of course, the Tigers had a inter-franchise playoff as well. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Very, very worthy watch, that one, I have to say. Now, in my unbiased opinion, of course. Let's have a quick look here. Now, in their season here, the Angels were 99 and 63. The Tigers were 93 and 58. It's a one-off game. We default to modern era strategy and World Series rosters if available. Otherwise, I believe it defaults to opening day. And no injuries in this one. So let's go and have a look at the rosters that we're playing. And here they are here. So these are the both rosters with their particular season stats. Now, it's the first time we've seen the Anaheim Angels. And yeah, there's a few names there that I remember fondly, I have to say. But yeah, anyway, if you want to have a bit of a longer look at those stats, obviously give the video a quick pause, zoom in. And while you do that, we're going to go and check the starting lineups. So here we go. Leading off the 2002 Anaheim Angels is David Eckstein, the shortstop. It is Darren Erstad at center field batting second. Brad Fulmer at first base bats three. Troy Glass, is it how you pronounce that, Gloss? He's cleaning up at third base. Garrett Anderson in left field bats five. Tim Salmon, the right fielder, bats six. Benji Gill at second base bats seven. It is Benji Molina in catching at eight. And Jared Washburn is the man on the mound. Doesn't look a great side in terms of star ratings, does it? And then your Tigers of 1935, G. Walker, GW, leads things off in right field. Then we've got Petey Fox at center field batting two. It is Charlie Gehringer at second base batting three. Hank Greenberg, or Greenberg even, at first base cleans up. Then Goose Goslin for the second episode in a row. We see Goose. He is in left field batting five. We have Billy Rogel at shortstop batting six. Marv Owen, the third baseman, bats seven. Ray Hayworth, the catcher, is eight. And Schoolboy Rowe, there's a unique name anyway, first name. He is the man on the mound. All right, let's get knockout game number 2 underway. Big thank you as ever to all my Patreon and channel members as they scroll across the bottom. There's links to all my social media and stuff in the description. I like to post sort of the lineups, so you would have seen these lineups earlier today if you did follow me as we start with the ground out. But yeah, and all that's there. And if you do enjoy the content, you're able to, obviously, Patreon or channel membership is greatly appreciated. A 1-2 pitch, and that is going to be dropping in front of the center fielder. So the first hit of the game for the Anaheim Angels, and that is Erstad at first base with Fulmer coming to the plate. A 1-1 pitch, and oh, we haven't got a ball again. He's out either way, but we haven't got a ball again, which is frustrating. So that's 2 away, and Brad Fulmer is going to continue on. A 2-1 pitch, and that is again going to... Oh, what was it? It was a caught. Center field's done something out there. Slides into second, and that is a 2-out double. Apologies, we saw this in the first knockout game. For whatever reason, it seems to be when the catcher throws the ball, it doesn't exist. So that's obviously not great. Doesn't look fantastic for the game, in truth, but we'll just pretend that we know what's happening. So it's a strikeout to end the top of the first, and GW will come up. It's a 2-2 pitch for G. Walker. And he has hit it into center field, and that's going to drop in. It's one of those, just enough to get over the infield, drops in front of the outfield, and it's a leadoff single. Petey Fox comes up now. 0-1 pitch, and Mr. Walker is trying to get to second. He does. And running in scoring position. 1-2. Fox grounds it out to the shortstop, so that's going to be 1 away. Runner stays at second, and it'll bring up Charlie Gehringer. It's a 1-2, and Gehringer has popped it up into center field, so that should be 2 away. It does eventually come down. That was really floaty, that one, wasn't it? And it is Hank Greenberg now. Let's see what he can do. Full count. He strikes out, ends the first. It is scoreless. And we will go to the top of the second, where Garrett Anderson will lead things off. Excuse me. I thought we might see Vlad Guerrero Sr. in this. He did play for the Angels, did he not? I know he started at the Expos. I'm 90% sure he did. And then I'm sure I remember him playing as an Angel. But maybe that was more in the 90s. We might have just missed him, perhaps. Or maybe we're a tad early. Can't remember. But anyway, Salmon gets a hit into right field. It's a 1-out single. In comes Benji Gill. He has hit into potentially a double play. They get the man at second, but not the man at first. So 2 away. And it brings in Benji Molina. 2-2. And a strikeout to end the top of the second. I think if I remember correctly, Schoolboy Road he had a really good start in the Tigers inter-franchise playoff. He had a good start. I'm pretty sure he got a bit of a tap-up and taken off quite early in the game as well. As 1 away for the Tigers there. Billy Rogel will come in now. A 2-2 pitch on him. And Rogel grounds it to the third baseman. So that'll be 2 away. And it'll bring up Marv Owen. A 1-1 with 2 out, no one on. And Owen grounds it to the third baseman. And that'll do it for the second. So a much quicker second than it was the first. And we'll go to the top of the third. Jared Washburn will be having a bat. It's a full count on him. And pitcher on pitcher ends, as it usually does, in a strikeout. And in comes David Eckstein, who is 0 for 1. It's a first pitch swing. That is popped up into right field. It'll be a simple enough catch out there. So that is 2 away. And in will come Erstad now. 1-1 pitch. Erstad has hit it well. Has he hit it well enough? Not quite, as right field goes over. And ends the top of the third. And we'll go and watch Ray Hayworth lead off the inning for the Tigers. It's a 1-0 pitch. And he has swung early on that one, it looked like, by about 3 seconds. And pops it up into centre field for 1 away. And it'll bring Schoolboy Road to the plate. One thing I love about the old school pitchers, they can all have a bat, can't they? As he grounds that to the third baseman. Certainly attribute-wise, they can have a bat anyway. So that is 2 away for G. Walker. He is 1 for 1. It's a full count. 2 out, no one on. And Mr. Walker has hit it into centre field. He'll be caught. That'll end the third. And it is still scoreless. In will come Brad Fulmer. Now, he is 1 for 1 today. It's a 1-1 pitch. And it is a ground ball to the second baseman for 1 away. Fairly regulation, that one, wasn't it? In comes Glaus. Or Glass. It'd be Glaus, wouldn't it? Anyway, he's popped it up into left field. That'll be 2 away. As Mr. Goose out there makes the catch. And Garrett Anderson, who's 0 for 1, will step up now. It's a 1-0 pitch with 2 out, no one on. Will this end the top of the fourth? No, it will not. That's going to drop in, and it'll be a 2-out single. So 1 on, 2 out for the Salmon. He is 1 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch, and that is straight up into foul territory. And the catcher makes the play to end the top of the fourth. So it is still scoreless going to the bottom of the inning. And it will be Pete Fox to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 today, a 2-0 pitch. And that is straight up as well. And again into foul territory. First baseman goes across, makes the catch, 1 away. In will come Charlie Gehringer. He is 0 for 1 today. A 1-0 pitch. And Gehringer dribbles it back to the pitcher. That'll be 2 away. And it'll bring up Hank Greenberg now, who's 0 for 1 with 2 out, none on. Full count. Greenberg has watched... Oh, that looked a little bit low. Do I have the thing up? I do. Oh, it was definitely low and inside. Where's the manager on that one out there protesting? Gill will lead off the top of the fifth. First pitch. And Gill has popped it up. And that'll be 1 away. In now will come Molina, who is 0 for 1. An 0-1 pitch. And that is going to be caught in right field. So that'll be 2 down. Assuming he can catch. He can. And it'll bring up Washburn, the pitcher. He is 0 for 1. It is a full count. And it is another strikeout to end at the top of the fifth. Alright, Mr. Goose Goslin. We did, of course, see him in the last game representing the Washington Senators. We saw him a few times, I think. Goose got himself around a little bit, but he's been thrown out there for 1 away. Billy Rogel will come in now. He is 0 for 1. First pitch, and he misses a bunt. We'll have another go. It's a 3-1 pitch, and this time he draws a walk. So 1 out, and we have a runner at first. In comes Marv Owen, who's 0 for 1. It's a first pitch swing. What can Marv do? Marv has hit it well into right field, but it's caught, and it'll be 2 away. And it is Hayworth who is 0 for 1. 0-2 pitch. Hayworth into centre field. That looks a fairly... Oh, it wasn't a simple catch, but it was a catch nonetheless. To end the 5th, it is still scoreless. We've had 5 hits through 10 innings, if you look at it, you know, like half innings, I suppose. And Eckstein. Eckstein. I think it's one of those. It probably depends where you're from, isn't it? It's like Jose and Jose and Jose. It just depends where you're from as to how you pronounce it. So no idea if it's Stein or Steen. And I'll probably just go back and forth between the two, in all honesty. So there's a strikeout for 2 away, and Brad Fulmer now 1 for 2 today. 2-1 pitch, 2 out, no one on. And Fulmer back up the middle. It's a good stop by the... Oh, it's a cracking play by the shortstop. Well done, Rogel. And that will do it for that. So Schoolboy Rowe will lead things off. He is 0 for 1. It's a full count. And he gets struck out looking. So that is 1 away. In comes G. Walker. He has the only hit so far for the Tigers. It's a 1-1 pitch. And Walker lines it straight to the third baseman for 2 away. And in comes Pete Fox, who's 0 for 2. A 1-0 pitch. And that is smashed down into right field. It should be at least a double out there. And with 2 away, the Tigers, for the first time, have a runner in scoring position. And they have their 2 big bats coming up as well, certainly based on the star ratings. It's Charlie Gehringer. He is 0 for 2 today. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Gehringer, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Is that going to score a run? Petey Fox is not stopping at third. And the Tigers, oh, did they get him at the plate? They did. Oh, what a play by the left fielder out there. We'll see who it is in a second. Who's playing left field? It's, where are we here? It's Anderson. Cracking throw. So Glaus will lead things off. A 1-1 pitch. And that is out there into left field. Goslin will have that. And that'll be 1 away in the top of the 7th. In comes Garrett Anderson. Hero at the bottom of the 6th. Can he do another run swing? And no, he can't. As in he saved the run. Can he? Oh, what happened there? Well, it's a base hit somehow. It's a base hit. Surely that's an error, isn't it? It should have been caught. A 2-0 pitch on Marveau, and he strikes out for 2 away. Sorry, Salmon struck out. I'm looking at Marveau and playing third base there. So it's Scott Spezio coming in to pinch hit now. It's an 0-2 pitch. And he has got it to the shortstop. And that is the end of that. We will have a stretch. And if someone can find a run while they're stretching, then let me know. So welcome back, bottom of the 7th, 5 hits to 3, scoreless on the runs count, and Greenberg will lead things off with a walk. So leadoff man aboard, it is Goose Goslin who is 0 for 2. First pitch, and there goes the runner, and it's the visible ball, and he is there. So none out, runner in scoring position for Detroit. This is a big chance, isn't it? The Goose hits it into left field. That's not going to advance the runner, and it will be caught, and it is 1 away. Pitching change. Brendan Donnelly will be the new man on the mound. Excuse me. He will face Billy Rogel, who is 0 for 1. It was a very, very good start from Washburn. Oh, I'll tell you what, there was some pace on that. 102 mile an hour. And that is 2 down. Marv Owen now, who's 0 for 2. First pitch. Owen dribbles it in front of the plate. That'll be out, and that'll do it for the 7th. So they can't take advantage of a leadoff, well, it was a single, but the leadoff man at second. And it is Adam Kennedy even to face Mr. Rowe. So another pinch hitter here. It's a 2-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout for 1 away. Alex Ochoa now, another pinch hitter. A 1-0 pitch. And Ochoa has popped it up. That should be caught in center field for 2 away. I'm starting to lose my voice here, I think. And David Eckstein. He's 0 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. There's 2 out. There's no one on. And Eckstein has grounded that to the second baseman to end the top of the 8th. We are still scoreless. And it is Francesco Rodriguez coming into pitch. It is Mickey Cochran at the plate. So they have pinch hit themselves here of the Tigers. Let's see what Mickey can do. Full count. And Cochran has grounded it to the first baseman for 1 away. And Schoolboy Rowe will... Interesting, they pinch hit the catcher, not the pitcher. An 0-2 pitch. Schoolboy watches it. Out. 2 down. And it's G. Walker. Has 1 for 3 today. A 2-2 pitch. And G has struck out to go to the 9th. It is still scoreless between the 2002 Angels and the 1935 Tigers. Chief Hogsett will come on to pitch. He's going to face Darren Erstad. Erstad is 1 for 3. And it is a 2-2 pitch. And that is a strikeout. So 1 away in the top of the 9th. Brad Fulmer. He is 1 for 3. It's a 3-0 pitch. Are they going to put the go-ahead run on base? Yes, they are. In comes Troy Glaus. He is 0 for 3. It's a 2-2 pitch. Glaus strikes out. 2 down. And it is Garrett Anderson now. He is 2 for 3. He has got a good percentage of the hits for the entire game. He strikes out on that one, though. So the Angels score nothing through 9. Can the Tigers get something in the 9th? It's Troy Percival to the mound to face Pete Fox, who is 1 for 3. It is a 2-2 pitch. And Fox strikes out 1 away. In comes Garinger. He is 1 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. And Garinger has dribbled it back to the pitcher. And the pitcher cannot make the play. And not only that, it'll get the runner. The winning run will go to second. Oh, it's a horrible throw. The winning run goes to second with 1 away. Greenberg at the plate, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. Greenberg has hit it into right center field, and that will walk it off. The 1935 Tigers in the bottom of the 9th have won it 1-0 on a Greenberg RBI double. Oh, that was tense. So there we have it. It will be the 2015 Royals and the 1935 Tigers in the next round. And, well, next up for us, it is a 2004 Red Sox against the 2001 Mariners. 2 very, very good teams. Very excited to see how those 2 match up against each other. If you've enjoyed that one, make sure you thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you next time as 2 teams from roughly the same era go head-to-head. And, yeah, let's see who's going to come out on top. Take care.